Payments on account, what are they? How do they work? A lot of people fall foul of these when they start out in self-employment. Payment on account is HMRC's way of getting you to pay the tax on the money more in time with when you earn it. What do I mean by that? If you are employed, you earn the money in that month, you pay the tax in that month, job done. If you're self-employed, you could earn the money in April 2024 and not pay that tax until January 2026, and HMRC think that's unfair. I understand the theory of it. I get that that's fairly standard. However, the method in which they get you to pay that tax is quite flawed. It upsets a lot of people. It is what it is, so we've got to deal with it. What they do is they take your tax bill for the year. So say your tax bill is £2,000 in your first year. In that January, you will end up paying £3,000 because you are paying the £2,000 for that year and £1,000 towards half of next year's tax bill because they just assume it's going to be the same. In July, you will then pay £1,000 again. So by the 31st of July, you have paid £2,000 towards the following year's tax bill. When we get to the following year, we look at what you've done. If your tax bill is more than £2,000, we'll pay a balancing payment and then half of that the next year's tax bill. So say your tax bill in that year is £3,000, you would have paid £2,000 of that. So in January, you'll be paying £1,000 to pay off the rest of it and £1,500 towards the following year. It is quite hard to explain. It's much easier to write down with numbers and examples. But your payment on account, it is a really common thing. It's once your tax bill is over £1,000 in your, so it may not happen in your first year of trading. It may be in your second year that it captures you unawares, but it's really worth being aware of. This is why we always say to get your tax returns done early, because if you've not saved enough to account for your payment on account, it can catch you out, and doing things with loads of lead time helps you avoid the shock.